What if I told you that the laptop you're planning to replace this year could easily last you 3 more? Right now, across the United States, millions of people are upgrading their MacBooks not because they're broken, but because they feel slow, because the battery drains too fast, because the fan sounds like it's about to take off. And in a country where a new MacBook can cost anywhere from $1,000 to over $3,000, that upgrade itch is expensive. Today on Tech Vibes, we're breaking down something incredibly practical: how to extend your MacBook's lifespan with simple habits that actually work. Not complicated tech wizardry, not risky hacks, just smart, proven behaviors that can add years to your device. If you're a student, a remote worker, a business owner, or just someone who lives inside their laptop, this might save you a lot of money. And maybe more importantly, it might change how you think about tech ownership in America. Right now, this topic matters more than ever. In the US, MacBooks are everywhere. Walk into a college campus in California, a coffee shop in New York, or a startup office in Austin, and you'll see rows of glowing Apple logos. For many Americans, a MacBook isn't just a laptop, it's a work tool, a creative studio, a classroom, a side hustle machine. But here's the problem: the cost of electronics keeps rising. Repair costs are high. And while Apple's newer chips are more efficient than ever, many people still feel like their devices age quickly. Add inflation, rising living expenses, student loan payments restarting, and tighter business budgets, and suddenly replacing a laptop every 3 to 4 years doesn't feel so casual anymore. At the same time, sustainability is becoming a bigger conversation in the US. E-waste is one of the fastest growing waste streams. Every extra year you get out of your MacBook isn't just good for your wallet, it's good for the environment too. So when we talk about extending your MacBook's lifespan, we're really talking about 3 things: performance, battery health, and physical durability. If you can protect those 3 areas, your laptop can last far longer than most people expect. Let's start by understanding what actually kills a MacBook. It's rarely one dramatic failure. It's not usually a sudden explosion or a total meltdown. It's slow degradation. Batteries lose capacity, storage fills up, dust builds up internally, software gets cluttered, heat damages components over time. Small habits repeated daily compound into long-term wear. And this is where things get interesting. Modern MacBooks, especially those with Apple Silicon like the M1, M2, and M3 chips, are designed to last. These processors are incredibly power efficient. They generate less heat than older Intel-based models. They're optimized for macOS in ways previous generations weren't. In theory, this means newer MacBooks could last longer than older ones. But hardware design is only half the story. User behavior is the other half. Let's talk about batteries first, because this is the #1 complaint among American users. Lithium-ion batteries degrade over time. That's just physics. But how fast they degrade depends heavily on how you charge them. If you constantly keep your MacBook at 100%, plugged in 24/7, especially in warm environments, you're accelerating chemical aging. On the other hand, if you regularly drain it to 0, you're also adding stress. The sweet spot is somewhere in the middle. Keeping your battery between roughly 20 and 80% most of the time significantly reduces wear, and newer versions of macOS actually include optimized battery charging that learns your routine. If you work a 9 to 5 job in Chicago and plug your MacBook in every evening, your system can delay charging past 80% until it predicts you'll unplug it. But here's the part nobody talks about. Heat is the silent battery killer. Using your MacBook on a soft surface like a bed or couch blocks ventilation. Running heavy tasks like video rendering while it's sitting in direct sunlight near a window in Arizona, that's a recipe for thermal stress. Over time, excessive heat not only impacts battery health, but also affects internal components. A simple habit like using your laptop on a hard surface, ensuring proper airflow, and avoiding extreme temperatures can add measurable longevity. And this changes everything for remote workers. Since 2020, millions of Americans shifted to working from home. That means laptops are running longer hours than ever before. Zoom calls, Slack notifications, Chrome tabs stacked 10 deep, external monitors connected all day. Your MacBook is basically your office, and offices run hot. If you're using external displays, especially high-resolution monitors, understand that your GPU and system are working harder. That's not bad. But it means cooling and airflow matter even more. A simple laptop stand that improves ventilation can reduce sustained heat. That's not a flashy upgrade, but it's effective. Now let's talk about storage, because performance complaints often come down to one thing: a nearly full drive. macOS needs free space to operate efficiently. When your storage is almost full, your system struggles with temporary files, caching, and memory swapping. And that slow Mac feeling starts creeping in. In the US, where people store thousands of photos, 4K videos, downloaded podcasts, and massive creative files, it's easy to run out of space, especially if you bought the base storage model to save money. A powerful habit is keeping at least 15 to 20% of your storage free. Use external SSDs for large media libraries. Move old projects off your internal drive. Enable cloud syncing strategically. This keeps your internal storage healthy and your system responsive. But here's where it gets serious. Software clutter can age your MacBook faster than hardware ever could. Over time, Americans install countless apps, free trials, menu bar utilities, random productivity tools recommended by a YouTuber at 2 a.m. Many of these apps run background processes. They launch at startup, they consume RAM, and they never truly go away. Cleaning up startup items, uninstalling unused applications properly, and occasionally reviewing what runs in the background can dramatically improve performance. This isn't about obsessively micromanaging your system. It's about reducing unnecessary load. Now let's zoom out. Why does this matter beyond individuals? For students across the US, especially in states where tuition costs are high, replacing a MacBook mid-degree is financially painful. For small business owners running design studios in Los Angeles or marketing agencies in Miami, upgrading entire teams' laptops every few years is a major expense. Extending device lifespan improves profit margins. It reduces capital expenditure. It lowers environmental impact. Multiply that across millions of devices nationwide, and it's not a small shift. It's significant. But there's another angle we need to address: repairability. In recent years, there's been growing discussion around right-to-repair laws in the United States. Consumers want more control over fixing their devices. Batteries, keyboards, displays, these are common failure points, and as awareness grows, more Americans are considering repair instead of replacement. This is the part nobody talks about enough. Sometimes extending your MacBook's lifespan isn't about preventing wear. It's about not giving up too early. A battery replacement can make a 4-year-old MacBook feel new again. Cleaning internal dust, especially in older Intel models, can reduce overheating and restore performance. Yes, modern MacBooks are more integrated and harder to open, but authorized repair options exist, and with the growing push for repair rights, access is slowly improving. Now let's address common fears. Some people believe constantly updating macOS will slow their device down. Others think skipping updates protects performance. The truth is more nuanced. Major operating system upgrades can be heavier on very old hardware, but security updates are critical. In a country where cyber threats, phishing attacks, and identity theft are real concerns, running outdated software is risky. The smart approach is strategic updating. Keep security patches current. Research major OS upgrades if you're using older hardware. Don't blindly update on day one, but don't ignore updates for years either. Let's talk pros and cons of focusing on long-term device care. The benefits are obvious. You save money. You reduce e-waste. You maintain consistent workflow without the disruption of migration. You become a more informed tech user. But there are trade-offs. Holding onto a laptop too long can mean missing out on significant performance improvements. Newer Apple Silicon models are dramatically faster and more efficient than older Intel machines. For video editors, developers, or AI-focused workflows, upgrading might actually improve productivity enough to justify the cost. There's also the psychological factor. In American consumer culture, new devices are exciting. They symbolize progress. Resisting that cycle requires discipline. Public opinion is split. Some people proudly use 7-year-old MacBooks and see it as a badge of smart ownership. Others upgrade every 2 years without hesitation. Neither approach is inherently wrong. It depends on your needs. but being intentional matters. So what does the future look like? By 2030, we'll likely see even more efficient chips, better battery chemistry, and possibly more modular repair options if regulatory pressure continues. Apple's vertical integration strategy means tighter optimization between hardware and software. That could translate into longer usable lifespans. At the same time, software demands will grow. AI features integrated directly into operating systems may require more processing power. Cloud-based workflows may reduce local strain in some areas while increasing dependency in others. In the US, as sustainability policies and consumer awareness expand, device longevity could become a selling point. Instead of marketing only speed and thinness, companies may emphasize durability and lifecycle value. But here's the key takeaway. Extending your MacBook's lifespan isn't about babying it in fear. It's about smart, consistent habits. Manage battery health by avoiding extreme charge patterns and excessive heat. Keep storage optimized. Reduce software clutter. Use proper airflow. Update responsibly. Consider repair before replacement. If you're a student, treat your MacBook like a 4-year investment minimum. If you're a working professional, calculate how long your machine truly meets your workload before upgrading. If you're a business owner, build device lifecycle planning into your budget strategy. And if you're an everyday user, remember that convenience habits, like always leaving your laptop on a bed, have long-term consequences. Your MacBook is a tool, and tools last longer when you understand how they work. The next time your laptop feels slow, don't immediately open the Apple Store website. Ask yourself, is this hardware failure or habit failure? Because in many cases, a few simple changes can buy you years. This is Tech Vibes, where we break down the technology shaping your daily life in America. If this helped you rethink how you use your devices, hit subscribe. Drop a comment with how old your current MacBook is and whether you're planning to upgrade soon. The future of tech isn't just about what's new, it's about how wisely we use what we already have. And that choice, it's yours.